Hey babes, my name's Hannah.
And my name's Chasity.
Welcome back to Bookish Babes. Today we're going to be doing kind of a fun video. We're going to be...
Can't wait!
Okay. She's in a little bit of a weird mood tonight. We're going to be telling you guys about some fictional villains that we root for various reasons. We are two people who absolutely adore villains. We always end up rooting for the villains, but so I'm sure we'll make other parts to this sort of video in the future. Yeah, these are just the ones that we kind of pulled out of our ass today while I was making a list. So I'm sure there'll be another part to this, like I said, but let's jump into it.
First one, which literally gave me the idea for this video, was Joe Goldberg from You.
Oh, okay. I didn't root for him as much, I'm not gonna lie, but...
So, I gotta tell you, the first book, could not stand back. She was driving me fucking nuts. I couldn't wait till she died.
Yeah. So you wanted him, you were rooting for him to kill her because you couldn't stand her. Okay, that makes sense.
Also, I just, like, loved getting in his head, so I was like, yeah, Joe.
He is a fun head to be in. I was also not rooting for him, though, because I was worried for the general public.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I also, like, work in the general public, so, yeah, like...
You get it.
Fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Get it. My first, which might be a surprise to anybody who's read this book, is Ingrid from White Oleander. I don't root for her because I know she's done horrible things, but I loved Astrid so much, and I wanted Ingrid to get her shit together and be a good mom for Astrid. Spoiler alert, she never did, but and I also just think she had some really deep-rooted mental health issues that she never got help for, and that's probably why she was the kind of mother she was. And I'm not excusing any of the horrible things she did to her daughter, but I definitely feel like I wanted her to get it together for Astrid, and she didn't.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So the next one is Jane from The Wife Upstairs. So this is kind of like she was a villain, but not the villain. It's a very complicated story. And if you read the book, you know what I'm talking about. She is like, she comes from nothing, and she works in this very prestigious area as a dog walker, and she steals from a lot of her clients. And then she ends up falling in love with one of her clients, and suddenly she's swept away into all of these riches, and she's living in this house, and like weird shit starts to happen. I think I talked about this on the channel. Well, like the whole thing is that obviously weird shit is going on in that house, and she ends up not being the biggest villain of all. So she was kind of one that I was rooting for because... She was
like the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, she was the lesser of two evils, and honestly, like, life had definitely dealt her a shitty hand. So, like, if she was just taking one diamond earring, like, to feed herself, like...
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, it's just for real. She was not doing what other people in that neighborhood were doing. Yeah, so.
My second one is Thursday from The Wives. That bitch is off her rocker. She's psycho. But I genuinely wanted the best for her. Like, I genuinely wanted her to realize, and also, we're just gonna spoil any book that we mention, so sorry about it. I'm not even, gonna feel bad about it. I wanted her to realize that this false reality that she was making up was not real. I think Seth took advantage of the fact that she was crazy, and definitely led her along and led her astray.
Down the rabbit hole.
I think a lot of her psychosis stems from the way that Seth was handling things with her.
For sure.
And once again, I think she just has mental health issues, and the bitch just needs some help. She just needs some help. And as the last line says, she will help herself. She helps herself above anybody else. And I gotta respect a woman who kills a bitch to help herself.
Things into her own hands.
She will. She sure will. And I know she's a psycho, and I know she like ruins, but I don't think she's the biggest villain. I think Seth is by far the biggest villain in this book, and I think she is sort of a victim to him a little bit. So
yeah, I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
My next one is Claire from The Housekeeper by Natalie Borelli. This would be the same situation where it's the lesser of two evils. God, I don't even remember the exact details about this book, but I do remember it being absolutely fantastic. And I remember the reason that she gets the job as the housekeeper is something, there's like a real huge backstory with like Hannah, like her and Hannah have a history and they kind of she was wronged in a way. I don't really remember how, but she ends up being the lesser of two evils.
Mm-hmm. So you just want her to win so that the more evil person loses. Okay.
Yeah.
Leah from the Love Me With Lies series by Taryn Fisher. I
second this.
Yes. I remember reading The Opportunist and absolutely despising her, and then reading Dirty Red and being like, oh, this poor baby just needs some love is what she needs.
I actually think Dirty Red ended up being my favorite.
I think the last one ended up being my favorite. And I don't remember what it was called.
I think I flip-flop all the time.
Yeah. Thief. Yeah, that's right. I want her so bad to just heal from the things that happened in her childhood and how horrible her mother was to her. And I think in the end she does have good character development. She's still a bitch. She still is horrible. But
absolutely,
she ends up really connecting with her daughter, which for the longest time it looked like she wasn't going to be able to. And I love that Taryn talks about this because I think it's something that some women experience. They don't connect with their children the way they feel like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's from trauma in their childhood that they feel like they can't be a good enough mother. And I think that was the big thing with Leah. And so I'm happy with her character development, but I'm also happy that she's still Leah in the end.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
definitely root for her.
I agree. My next one is My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing.
Mm-hmm. Which character are you rooting for? Can you not
both.
say? Oh, okay.
Both.
The couple?
Yeah.
That kills people?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The couple.
Mm-hmm. I've never read it, but I know it's about a couple who kills people.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just such a twisty read. I
I
can't
need
really
to read
say
it. I really
anything
do.
else about it.
Yeah.
Except for I totally just root for them.
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
But you
I
do. And that's just the way that it is. My next is Sam from Twice in a Blue Moon by Christina Lauren. I really loved this book when I read it, and you know, obviously he leaks this really big secret from, God, I can't remember her name, the main character. And he's definitely villainized for a good portion of the book. Once again, there's a lot of character development. You find out why he leaked this secret about her, and it was really just to get money to cure his sweet dying grandfather. And so first of all, I rooted for him the entire time because I was obsessed with him. But once I found out why he did it, I was like, good for you, honestly.
We love a bad boy.
We do love a bad boy. He's not really a bad boy. He is a writer, though. I'm a sucker for men who are writers in books. So Sam's always somebody that I rooted for, and I remember reading books or reviews from that book, and other people didn't feel the same way, and I was salty. But it's fine.
Whatever.
Yeah.
My next one, I would be just a terrible, terrible Slytherin if I did not put Draco on this list. Draco Malfoy from the Harry Potter series is definitely a villain I rooted for.
I just put on my list Harry Potter villains because I feel like J.K. Rowling, while in her personal beliefs she has some faults, in her writing she does a great job at giving these villains a backstory that makes you feel bad for them. And like she did it with Draco, she did it with Snape, she kind of did it with Tom Riddle.
Huh.
There were moments where I even
Snape
felt bad for Tom Riddle also, who ended up being Lord V. Voldy. There are a couple villains I can't get behind. Umbridge, obviously nobody likes her.
Nobody fucking
I know
likes
a lot
that
of people like Bellatrix. I'm not a Bellatrix fan.
Okay, but I am.
That's fine. You can have your incorrect opinion. But I'm not. I will never forgive her for killing Sirius. I will never do it. Absolutely
I
never.
know you won't. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
My next one, which I'm not going to spoil too much because she's going to read this book probably this month or next month, is Rose Gold from Darling Rose Gold. Once again, this bitch is off her rocker. She needs some medication. She needs some professional help. But do I love her? Yeah. Did I want her to get the revenge that she got? Yeah. I wanted her to be murderous.
All
and I
of these are
was
fair
so
points.
excited with the revenge that she got. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next one.
Is it the one that's also on my list?
No, actually, he didn't make the cut for me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because Sand from A Court of Thorns and Roses is on my list.
A book that I will never read, but continue.
Yes, but other people will, okay? The correct people on the other side of the camera will. Continue.
Yeah. My one that apparently didn't make the cut for you is Lestat from Interview with the Vampire. We are both such big fans of Interview with the Vampire.
But Interview with the Vampire, I'm a bigger fan of Louis, okay? Then you move on to the next one,
bigger
and
fan
then
of
I like
Lestat.
Lestat, okay?
I've always been a bigger fan of Lestat. I don't know if it's because Tom Cruise plays him.
I hate Tom Cruise.
I love Tom Cruise, and I think he does a great Lestat. But, so I root for him in the movie.
Lestat is the only character that Tom Cruise has ever played that I can even stand. I hate Tom Cruise.
Wow, I didn't know you had such strong feelings about my Tommy. I'm upset. My mom and I are both obsessed with him.
You can have your incorrect opinion.
But Lestat was always my favorite out of the two when I was reading Interview with the Vampire. Because I love a bad character, you know? Yeah. I love a tortured character, and I love that Lestat was so tortured.
That's why but he was more tortured further on in the series.
But maybe it's because I know how tortured he is.
Louis was so tortured.
But Louis was kind of got on my nerves.
Nah, he didn't get on my nerves. I loved him.
Yeah.
He was so torn.
He was.
So torn. I just wanted to...
It's okay. That's what I wanted to do with Lestat. I wanted to be like, honey, you don't need to be like that.
It's okay.
You don't.
So, okay. Well, I mean, fair enough. You take Lestat. I'll take Louis. It'll be fine.
This is a great arrangement.
This is great. It's wonderful. Where were we?
Do you have any more? I don't have any more.
Oh, I do. I have one more. Heloise from When She Was Good. This bitch I wanted to... Ooh, I just wanted her to win it all. Just get it all. She had the greatest thing going on. This was When She Was Good by Laura Lippman.
Okay.
That was the one where she was like a modern day madame.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You told me about this one. Yeah.
Get it, girl. That's all. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I don't have any more on my list.
So that's it.
Yeah.
That's it for us today. I just, want those villains to just keep
being a villain, to keep on keeping on, because thank you for being crazy and providing us with this entertainment. I do want you to get help for your personal well-being, but I also want you to continue to be crazy so I can continue to be entertained by you. Yeah.
Bravo. Absolutely. Well, thanks for tuning in. And I'm sure we will do more like these because this is fun. I like making this list.
Yeah. Let us know if you have the same opinions down below. I'm really curious, especially if you've read like something like White Oleander, and if you hate me for what I just said about Ingrid, because she's such a horrible character. But I loved Astrid so much. I wanted that for her. Anyway.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same, but like almost the opposite for Sand.
Yeah.
How people are gonna feel about me putting him on a villains list.
Oh, because he's kind of like one of those that's like on the fence. He's not, yeah, okay.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
But he's good at being bad. So, there you have it. Alright guys, well definitely comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we post. Yeah. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.